Welcome and good morning, everybody.
Good
Today,
morning, sir.
I will discuss with you the most fundamental aspects of social changes, social trends. What exactly is society? Society is group of people living together. They have some norms, they have some structure, they have certain values, but these keep on changing. Society is not a static society. Society is a dynamic institution. There are various ways in which people are connected. There are families, there are various institutions in society, there are values, preferences. The society of today is very different from the society of the past. Do you agree to it? The society of today is very different from the society of the past. A large number of changes have taken place, and these changes will continue. But then we have to remember one thing. There are some things which are core, which are fundamental. They must remain. There are some things which we have to change. We have changed our dresses. 100 years back, people in India were not used to wearing shirts, trousers, and all those things. People used to wear lion cloth. Now these have changed. Today, the dress the people they wear is different. No problem. You are changing dress, this is minor change. But the most important things are values. Minor changes are permissible, but don't change the basic structure. Don't change the values. The values of the society, which have enabled the society to rise, to progress, to keep its civilization, that should continue. And fundamental understanding. One of the most damaging thing that has happened during last few centuries is that people who do not understand Indian society have been commenting about Indian society and criticizing it and saying this is a very poor society, this is good, this evil, that evil, without even understanding, without even trying to understand the Indian society, they are making the comment. If you have not lived in Indian society, if you cannot understand Indian values, if you cannot understand Indian philosophy, you do not have the right to comment or criticize Indian society. If I criticize American society or British society or Japanese society, I am wrong. I am at fault because I have not understood them well. If I understand about somebody, I should first of all understand somebody thoroughly before I criticize somebody. But this is the fact that people who do not understand Indian society, they have been criticizing. So the impact is major, changes in India. People in India today are lacking in confidence in Indian values. People in India are lacking in confidence in Indian systems, Indian practices. One civilization cannot remain for thousands of years unless there are strong values, unless there are some very good values. You tell me any society which has survived 1,000 years. None. But Indian society has survived thousands of years. That means the values, the fundamental concepts of Indian society are really outstanding. So we should understand them, we should respect them. Now, there are many challenges here. What are the fundamental values that Indian people hold? What are the fundamental goals that Indian people have? What are the fundamental practices that Indian people have? Most of you would not be able to give the answers because the education system that we are exposing, that we are all exposed to, doesn't talk about all these. Indian education system is, for the name, it's Indian education system. It has tried to copy paste everything from the West. It is not trying to understand, or it is not trying to enable the student to explore the Indian culture, Indian history, Indian civilization, Indian values, Indian fundamentals. The kind of history that is written from outsider's perspective. A historian from the West is looking at India's history, and writing it, and Indian authors are trying to copy paste the same history without applying their mind. This is happening in most of the fields of knowledge. But we have to understand that society is a group of people which has certain common values. And these values hold the society. These values are very important. These values are fundamentals. They hold the society. If Indian society has survived for thousands of years, it is because of some good values. Some of the important values in India are diversity. No other society in the world respects diversity as much as Indian society. No other society in the world can exhibit as much diversity as Indian. You go to any city in India, you'll find at least 7, 8 languages being spoken by the people there. When you go to Mumbai, you will find people speaking Marathi, you will find people speaking Gujarati, some people would be speaking Kannada, some will be speaking Tamil, some will be speaking Malayalam, some will be from Northeast, some will be from Punjab, so they will be speaking Punjabi among themselves. Not only language, different cultures, different, these kinds of differences make Indian society truly rich society. Rich society because you are rich if your culture, your rich cultural heritage is great strength and you respect it. The schools, unfortunately, neither promote the diversity nor the, if you go to any school all over India nowadays, what do you find? The board is written English medium school. And you will find every student wearing same kind of uniform. Even in villages. I go to villages and I find nowadays children are coming in tie, wearing that same uniform which students in urban areas are wearing. The villages are not encouraging students to wear the dress which their family, their culture has been promoting. Is it bad? No, the culture is also excellent. The school should train students to appreciate different cultures. The schools should train students to live in multicultural society, respect different cultures, respect different dresses, respect different languages. But it is not happening. The moment you enter the modern schools, every student is expected to speak in English. Every student is expected to wear same dress. This is not true India. True India would have been people coming with different background, different religions, living together, coexisting together, respecting each other, learning from each other. That would have been great. That is the true character of India. When you find a neighbor staying next door to you, speaking in Gujarati, then the true Indian philosophy is you will appreciate their language. You will also try to learn some Gujarati words from them. You will try to speak some Gujarati with them so that you can also learn something, a few words of Gujarati at least. This is Indian spirit. Not the way the schools are trying to impose The schools are trying to impose a uniform culture across country. They are trying to convert every student into a sellable clerk who can best fit in multinational company. But in this way, they are trying to destroy the age-old culture of India, the rich heritage of India, the rich practices of India. The students will, those students who have been exposed to the modern schools, modern education system, will neither adopt nor appreciate the amazing different diversity of India. They will not be able to adopt it. So is happening in food all over the country. Now people are encouraged to adopt same kind of food. Schools are encouraging children, what is your breakfast? This should be your breakfast. In fact, some schools are even prescribing the students, you should have this breakfast, this lunch, this dinner. What is the result? The rich diversity in food is decreasing. It is withering away. Schools are encouraging students to adopt some branded products only. The students are groomed from childhood to buy branded products. Are the schools doing marketing for multinational companies? They have to wear a particular brand shoe, they have to wear a particular branded shirt, they have to wear a particular branded trouser, they have to wear a particular branded food, they have to eat only a branded food, particular brand, they have to use a particular brand toothpaste. This is not fair. Schools, colleges, institutions should not undertake the marketing work. They should not do the marketing for multinational companies. They should encourage diversity and they should allow individual freedom. They should allow the students to wear the dresses of their choice. The schools should appreciate the students wearing different dresses. The schools should allow and welcome the students to eat the food they have been trained in their family to eat. The school should encourage, however, the students to appreciate different foods. The students should be allowed, to share in the class what is their culture, what kind of food they eat, what kind of practices they have in their homes. This will allow the students to interact, to learn from each other, to respect the cultures, and they will grow. When they will grow, they will be able to appreciate each other. Today, if you are going somewhere, somebody is talking in Bengali, you would not be able to join in the conversation. You might have had many Bengali students in your class, but they were not allowed to speak in Bengali. And that's why you did not learn Bengali words from them. Otherwise, you could have learned a few Bengali words, you could have talked with these people, and you would have enjoyed their company, you would have enjoyed your conversation with them. The Indian society has a few fundamental values. These values are tolerance, respect, diversity, appreciation of different faiths, different beliefs, respect for everybody, respect for even non-living beings also, respect for every living being and also for non-living beings. You don't find cruelty in Indian lifestyle. Indian belief system is full of affection, full of love. People are very, very soft, not only towards each other, but also towards other living beings. That's why, what do you find in villages or in small towns? You can find street dogs, street cows. You may have a thinking that this is a sign of underdevelopment, but another perspective is you have to appreciate it, that it is the basic belief system in India to respect every living being and allowing every living being to live and flourish. This is how you have to understand Indian values, Indian belief system. Society, is flowing, changing. Over a period of time, what happens if a river is flowing? What happens? Sometimes, over a period of time, some, something comes in the path of river. The flow of water will clean it. Everything that comes in the way of the water is cleaned. Similarly, in society, bad practices come, but with the passage of time, the consciousness of people survives and the bad practices are removed. Indian society had many bad practices. For example, we had bad practices like Mrityu Bhoj, Sati Pratha, Jati Pratha. These were bad practices, a few bad practices. But people consciously removed those practices. All the bad practices were eliminated. But the good practices you have to maintain. Bad practices you have to eliminate. If a bad practice is there and somebody raises a voice in the society to raise the consciousness to eliminate the bad practice, then that person is playing an important role of catalyst. That person is trying to change the society. Such people should be welcome. They are bold. Everybody cannot do it, but they are bold. They are doing it. Some people will oppose them. When Raja Ram Mohan Rai opposed Sati Pratha, then he faced a lot of opposition from people. Raja Ram Mohan Rai was social reformer. Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar was social reformer. Ram Mohan Rai or Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar or people like him, when they introduced some changes or when they opposed the old traditional practices which were not healthy practices, they faced opposition. But they were social reformers, they were bold enough, they stood by their belief system, they were able to persuade people to adopt change, and ultimately they succeeded in their attempt. They were able to remove bad practices from Indian society. Even today, there are many bad practices, and you have to take a stand. You have to raise your voice to eliminate those bad practices. For example, Indian society wastes a lot of money during marriage functions, during such occasions. A lot of food is wasted away. A lot of money is wasted away. A lot of pump and show is there. Now you have to raise your voice to eliminate such practices, and you have to ask people to take concrete steps to remove such practices. Even today, we find a few bad practices. For example, in certain societies, we find lack of gender equality. So therefore, you have to raise the voice. You have to enable initiatives for women empowerment. You have to support all such initiatives which are there to support women empowerment. Such activities you have to observe. Sit down one day, list down all those practices which are not healthy practices, and also list down all such practices which are really great practices, good practices. There may be problem sometimes that you may be against a bad practice, but you may also start opposing a good practice. This may be because of lack of clarity. There are many good practices in Indian society, which you cannot find elsewhere in the world. Appreciate them, adopt them. But there are many bad practices, fight against them. This is how the changes in society will continue. Society will always appreciate reformers, but mostly after the reformers have left the world. Today, everyone talks about Ram Mohan Rai with respect, but so long as he was living, he was facing opposition from the society. Today, he is no more, and therefore we all miss him. That is typical characteristic of people. Anyway, we have to accept changes, we have to adopt changes, we have to encourage everybody for proactiveness. Positive changes will enable our society to rise further. We have to protect, preserve old heritage, old good values, and we have to try to infuse new values wherever we have bad practices, bad values, old practices which are not healthy practices. So we have to take actions. I hope all of us will try to understand society. We will keep on observing what is society, what are the changes in the society, and all of you should read biographies of great social reformers like Ram Mohan Roy, like Gandhiji, like Ishwar Chand Vidyasagar, like Vivekanand. Read their stories, take inspiration from them, and learn from them. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर। अरे सर चले गए।
Thank you, sir.